we go again. Another teaser for the Radcast.
It's faster, wetter, funner.
Fresher. So we're just talking about tell them what you read. When did you read it?
A couple of weeks ago. So
it was an inquiry about training. Now, the bottom line to this is that between Casey and I, there's pressure. There's always pressure on my shoulders. I carry the world on my shoulders. I'm responsible for 20 to 25 fucking people. Their little hopes, their little dreams, their faith, their hope. You can ask Casey. I not only teach you how to do this business properly, but I teach you what it means to be a fucking man. Leading by example. But that's cool, man. I'll suck it up. I'll do it. I have the nuts for it. I have the guts for it. I have the faith for it. I have the spiritual fitness most of the time for it. So you can't get better training even at NXT right now. And from what I read today on the internet, NXT just told them, you got 90 days to get your shit together or you're gone. You must develop. Than Casey and I, honest to God, with what we've done, where we've been. Ted Williams, greatest hitter of all time, said hit them where they ain't. Me and Casey have been where they motherfucking ain't. But anyway, we get this inquiry, and go to our Facebook page and you can see the training info. Even as a fan, I think you'd appreciate it. But if you're interested in training, go to our Facebook page and it's all out there. There's no, multi-level marketing. Call us for more info, What did you read, my nizzle?
Well, first off, he didn't want to pay to train. Because he's the next great talent in this industry.
No. First of all, he wanted a bargain.
Oh, yeah, he tried to. How about 100?
He was like
First
bidding.
He wanted a bargain.
He was bidding.
He was calling his shots, and then after that, he's like, well, it's your guys' loss. I'm going to be the next big superstar in this industry, and you guys just fucked up.
Yep. He's going to be, who is he going to be?
The next MJF in a year.
Now, what in the fuck does MJF even stand for?
That's his name. It's like Triple H. I don't know what it is.
Nobody does.
Marcus J. Freeman, something like that.
I don't think it is. Know. We got a Marcus the Science Smith. I bet he's more entertaining.
Anyways, whatever. But this guy is going to be the next him, and it's baffling. It's like, well, okay, so you're not gonna. You want to train for free because you're the next superstar. Yeah. Well, who the fuck are you going to get to train you for free anyways, motherfucker?
Yeah. Call Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
I think they're like $35-$40 grand to train.
You know what? We saw you try out. We let you try out for free, and you're so damn good. Oh. And you're the future of this industry that we're not going to charge you to train.
Yeah, man,
It's for the good of the business.
Read Steve Austin's book, motherfucker. Listen to his podcast. Oh, The Undertaker. He got into with me about The Undertaker. Said it was fake news that The Undertaker paid to train. Remember, did you read that part?
Yeah.
What happened with The Undertaker, Casey? Would you refresh the...
He was trained by Matt Bourne and...
No, not Matt Bourne. Buzz Sawyer.
Oh, Buzz Sawyer, excuse me. And... in like his front yard.
How much?
Which was
How
pretty.
Much did he pay?
Just hold on, I don't know.
$3,000.
$3,000, which is pretty par for the course. These guys just want to take your money, and he showed up on he trained for maybe 6, 7, 8 weeks. Came on the 8th week, knocked on the door, looked in the window, no furniture, no nothing. Buzz had left the territory, left those guys with their dicks in their hands,
exactly.
Took their money and fucking bolted.
So that's what we're talking about, because it's weird, he was comparing himself to The Undertaker and MJF. Now, here's the other thing all I know about MJF is he's probably top 3 saved wrestling. It goes, the first one is the Hook. Now he's wrestling in sweatpants. So he doesn't look like a dormitory kid that's hung over and got up in his boxers and went to the ring. Now he looks like a dormitory kid who at least took a second to put his sweatpants on over his boxers to go to the ring. But he saved wrestling, as you know. Then you got the Bucks, the young Bucks, who have thinner hair lines than old Rand at 57 years old. The young Bucks who saved tag team wrestling. And then the third would be MJF, man. Like, he drops them pipe bombs, Vince is looking to pick up MJF. Then the truth comes out. Vince don't give a fuck about MJF. MJF's claiming to fame. The only thing I really know about the guy is I seen one promo. I wasn't thrilled because it was all the inside jokes that get to the smarks, which is cheating. And then the other part of it to me was at the first heavily publicized Tony Khan AEW fan festival, He flipped off like a 6-year-old kid and got into the mainstream news. And Tony laughed and said, "Wah, wah, 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 wah. I encourage them to stay in character. Wah, 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 wah." So, yeah, kid, you want to be MJF, man, fucking do it. You know what I mean? There's no future in it, you know? But anyway, we'll talk about this in the podcast. So, factually, that kid, do you know that kid, Roderick Strong?
I never met him. I know of him.
I kind of know him.
Maybe I've met him. I don't know the guy.
When I was dicking around with Ring of Honor, when Kerry Silken owned the company, he was there. Solid hand, but he has zero charisma and he's tiny. You know what I mean? But he's solid. Mm-hmm. And he's been with Vince for a while. He was one of the guys that Triple H scooped with all the other guys that they thought were going to be big fucking breakout stars once they got to NXT, when Stephanie and Triple H especially tried to run it as a brand rather than developmental territory, and as a result of that, fucking nothing. Well, this kid, I thought he was lucky because he's got to be your age or older. He's got to be around 40. And he just asked for his release because he's not happy with the way they're using him. Motherfucker, you should be happy to be there because he's probably making 6 figures. Where in the fuck is that kid going to make 6 figures?
Yeah.
You know, bless his heart. Then they just let go of a bunch of NXT people. Again, I'm going to say it. You guys, some of you smarks love to have this participation trophy stuff. If it is not working, it has got to go. You know? What do you do? Like, let's say, for example, I watched this show about fucking food, history of food on History, and that guy that used to do the Man versus Food that had to quit because his stomach blew up or some shit, now he's doing another food thing with the history of fucking food in restaurants and shit. So I'm watching the old footage of the top restaurants and old deep fryers. Those deep fryers aren't like the deep fryers today. They're not productive.
Yeah.
Just like that talent. Whose fucking fault is that? Mm-hmm. Now, this is what I want to get to, and I want to get to it with you, who was on that roster. And don't go into detail because you're going to spoil it, because we want you to subscribe to our Patreon. The pressure that's put on you when you're up there to get over. And I honestly believe that's a lot of what blows out what is considered... like, for example, I followed this girl... Her shit, I just happened upon it on Insta, and I don't necessarily follow many people on Instagram. You know, Rand doesn't. But Dakota Kai, have you heard of her?
No.
She's Australian, and she's got a look about her. Good looking, yes. But it was the look. She wasn't afraid to go out there with all this fucking hair and crimp the shit. So she had a look about her. But the thing is, they go out there and they drop a big turd because they choke on the pressure. Mm-hmm. So I want to get with that. And now don't forget, subscribe to our Patreon, and what you're going to get this week is what we're talking about. Also, they have told, and I think it was Laurinaitis directly told the NXT talent roster, the entirety of it, you have 90 days to develop or we're going to have to get rid of you. That is more than fucking fair. You know what I'm saying? For someone to take the bull by the horns. To make it in this industry, you must obsess or you must borderline obsess with the sport. You must fucking have it in your heart, your soul, your mind. You better be spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically fit. There's no fucking use for it. You're not going to make any money. This is an industry. This is a business. This is one of the most demanding contact sports there is. You know, don't fucking fool yourself because, but the finishes are predetermined, man. You know, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please subscribe, support us on Patreon. Don't forget about Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And if you're interested in training, of course, all the information is out there on the Facebook page where you can DM us.